Good evening. This is Syed Uzair Naqvi, roll number 61. So today we'll be discussing about the week 2, day 3 of ML, which is the lasso and elastic net, sparsity versus stability. So let's go on. So this is the whole code, the whole skeleton code, the whole code that I have done. So I'll be explaining the whole code, and here are the results. So the first thing first, we'll be importing all the important libraries such as NumPy, sklearn, model selection, and sklearn model selection, pre-processing, linear model pipeline with an additional of metrics. We know all the things we have already discussed, except the matrix one, that is the mean squared that is used for the matrix one. So we have different functions, and that we have given RMSE as a separate function to generate that RMSE, and we are generating the data. We're building the pipeline and tuning if needed, and evaluation. So under this, we'll be doing a lot of things. So for the milestone one, that is the lasso sparsity. So in it, so first things first, we have done it. And from this, I test how alpha holds sparsity in lasso. We can see it here, the whole thing. So we can see how lasso test how alpha controls the sparsity in lasso. So from this, we can actually observe that with a small alpha, fewer coefficients are zero. With larger alpha, many more coefficients become zero, and RMSE may increase. So this we are getting the values x1, x0, x1, x2. We are getting all the values, so we can see the correlation between it. So so in this we can interpret that this shows that the bias variance trade-off. So this shows the higher the bias variance trade-off. So higher alpha increases sparsity but may increase bias. So from the second one is that we can observe that the x0, x1, x2 lasso keeps on and shrinks another to zero. Okay, we can see it here. We can see it is shrinking up to zero, x0, x1, x2. So from this, I inspect how lasso handles correlated predictors. Okay, so from the observation among x0, x1, x2, lasso keeps one and shrinks the other to zero. So we can interpret that this happens because correlated features share signal, and lasso selects one arbitrarily, which may reduce stability. So in the last thing is that the milestone 3, the elastic net, we intend we int- like I compare the elastic net to lasso. So from this, we can observe in the test RMSE, zero coefficients are 12 and test RMSE is 1.14 something. And so the selected correlated features, we have already known that x0, x1, x2. So from this, the elastic net keeps more correlated features while maintaining reasonable sparsity. So the interpretation is that when correlated predictors exist, elastic net is preferred because it balances sparsity and stability. So this is the thing. We have discussed all the important features, elastic net, correlated features, as well as the lasso sparsity, x0, x1, x2. So we have known it, we have discussed. So this is Syed Uzair Naqvi, roll number 61, signing off. Have a good day. Thank you.